Very good. Kick is live. YouTube is live. Awesome. Epic. Streaming. Streaming is happening. Is the Discord notification automatically being sent? Yeah, not yet, but it doesn't matter. We'll wait for it. Or not. I think it will pop up. It just sometimes is bad. You know, it takes a little while. I mean, it's a free Discord bot that generally does what it's supposed to do. I kind of can't be overly critical of it. I mean, I'm using their servers for free, and they don't get anything out of the deal, I don't think. So I don't really have any place to complain. Okay, yeah, the notification is up. Good, great. Isn't it crazy how software monetization is just like so impossible that everybody's like, yeah, we just sell it for free, and then like maybe we can give people's emails to third-party advertising companies and make money that way or whatever people do. I mean, I understand it's more than just email addresses, obviously, but that's just like the first example that came to mind. Okay, I'm on the wrong window. Okay. We're doing C programming. There are many weeks of C programming in store for me. God, it's so freaking hard. It doesn't mean it's complex either. What I'm doing is actually incredibly simple and basic, but yet it's so unintuitive compared to what I do at work, for one thing, and compared to like JavaScript, which honestly, I'm not trying. This is actually not self-criticism. It's completely reasonable given my lack in experience to see how not good I would be at it. Like, that's just, you're bad at the things that you haven't done a lot of. And that's completely okay. That's completely okay and reasonable. And yet, I'm gonna put it in a game and sell it to people. I mean, this server is years away from actually maybe even seeing the light of day. So, well, I mean, hopefully by December I'll have a demo working, and that's sort of seeing the light of day. And the only thing I really need to worry about is, as far as like a responsibility thing, is like making sure people can't get hacked through it. But I think generally that's pretty unlikely, especially if the demo that I'm releasing is like short-lived and not many people can access it. It'll probably be fine. It'll probably be fine. Okay, so there's two things that are wrong right now. Last time I checked. Did I stream this part? No, I think I worked on this over the weekend. So I'm doing this thing called construct binary frame, which sends message out, massage out. There's too many instances of the word message that it doesn't look like a word anymore. Message out. Okay, so message out, it starts. So this is a pointer to the... Okay, so how it works is the spectator asks us, the server, and a spectator is a kind of client, okay? Like they say, hey, I want to spectate, and then and then the client does stuff. So the spectator says to us, hey, I want to know about some client, and the last what do I want to say? Piece of data, like this is like a sequential thing that we're doing, okay? Because this is a rhythm game, and the spectator has probably they're like recreating a replay of what the spectator of what the person they're spectating did, right? So we they need to say to us, hey, last I heard this happened, and it's like some index. Well, right now it's an index into an array of integers, but that's just for testing purposes. Yeah, so I take this index and I add it to the 0 value, the start of the array. Okay, so like this is basically the memory address of the start of the array that corresponds to some particular client. And that just works. And I'm doing a char star here because a char star is actually just a byte. Like literally, if you go look up the type def for a byte, it's like equal to char star or something like that, I think. But yeah, a char is a byte, so that's fine. And message out length is equal to size of int, which is 4 times, and this should represent what? Client data num elements, client ID. Okay, so this looks like this, but it's totally different. This is an int array, whereas client data is an int star array. It's an int pointer array. Okay, so if I index into this, I get an int. If I index into this, I get an int pointer. Okay, so this is actually just an int that tells me how many elements I have. Okay, so I take this and I subtract last index, and I do 4 times that because that's the number of bytes. Binary frame wants the number of bytes, I think. So the second argument is payload length, which is basically, yeah, that's a number of bytes. And you need to know the number of bytes because it's literally it's the message that we're sending is the payload of a frame that we're sending across a stream socket, specifically a web socket. And we have 2 bytes reserved for this. Yeah, so that's why it's 2 plus that, whatever. And is this memcopy is right? Memcopy buffer plus 2 payload length. Yeah, I'm already assigning buffer and buffer. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm not happy about it because I still think there's a bug here somewhere. Message out length. Hey, Drip Client, welcome to the stream. We're doing C programming. Message out length plus equals 2. So the specific bug that I'm thinking about happened when I did print bits on message out. And why did I put the length first? I don't know. I think I'm completely insane. But whatever. And print bits is like this thing that I copied from Stack Overflow, so I don't really understand how it works. But it does work, and it does seem to print out the correct data. I just don't know. I assume this is a number of bytes. Because for each I, we do this thing called a byte. So yeah, I don't totally get what its deal is. Maybe I should just do the test again, right? Okay, so let's just try to do the test. So I do run C games server. No tab completion? Huh. Or is it like... Oh, it should just be game server dot one dot C, right? Yeah. Okay, so the server's running, and then I go to my client. I'm gonna make 2 clients. Okay, whoa. Huh? That's a new one. Also, that's a hilarious error message. Key extraction failed success. What? I don't... What? What? Huh. How did... this should never fail. I don't... Is it gonna fail again if I run it again? Let's try to connect. I have 1 client. Okay. Alright, that's cool. I love it when a code path that should be unreachable is reached. Okay, I'll make a note to actually do something smarter there. I mean, at least this, I believe this is my own function. Yeah. So at least my own function sort of has some error handling, right? So that's cool. That's reassuring. Anyways, okay, so client 1 is gonna send some pretend data. Okay, so I think I'll just pop over here. So we'll do 1 because it's a regular kind of client, not a spectator. And we're gonna send some integers, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I sent them. And is this the message that's the server's supposed to print? I don't think it is. I think something weird happened. Huh? This is amazing. Okay. So, let's see. It says first int is 49. Well, that's unexpected because it's supposed to either be a 1 or a 2, usually. Cool. Great. How does this happen? I don't understand. Alright, let's go look at my WebSocket client. No, that's not it. Here. We're watching so from Brazil. Hi, hey Brazil. Hey everyone over in Brazil. Actually, I've got Brazil. Yeah, Brazil's like a huge country. So and yeah, I think my friend didn't like go anywhere. Yeah. So I don't know. I just had to like check myself. Yeah, I do have a friend in Brazil. I don't know, but maybe you've heard of him. He's you know that one guy over there in your country. Uh, you have to have heard of him. You know the guy who's friends with Trumpet 63. I'm sure. Oh my god. Sao Paulo. Where is what's yeah, no, I would assume not. As far as I know there's millions of people in Brazil. um yeah, okay, so this is crazy, but tell me if you've heard of this before. My friend is actually he's got US citizenship. He's a software developer. And he moved to Brazil and he lives there. I think it's like 8 months or more out of the year. Um, and because he does that, he doesn't have to pay U.S. taxes. Have you heard of people doing things like that before? I want to know if this is like if like everybody's going to Brazil to do this, or if it's like a pretty niche thing that only like software developers that work remotely do. Send button on click. Oh, oh, okay. I thought because I hit enter, it was going down a different code path. No, it just calls dot click. Okay. It takes the chat input value, it splits it, and it trims each of the things. So, and then here's the payload. I should like console.log. Yeah, he's not the only dev doing that. So, okay, so you have heard of that. That's interesting. That's crazy. Um, he, by chance, okay, somehow coincidentally, are you doing that? Because that would be wild. Yeah, my friend tried to like, he suggested that it'd be a good idea to me, and I'm too afraid to leave the U.S. I'm scared of other countries. I hope that doesn't sound insensitive. I also only speak English. I Is that insensitive too? I think there's plenty of English speakers in Brazil, but also not. You're actually Brazilian. Okay. I mean, you seem to speak English, but is that your native language? Like, because a thing that I have about like going to other countries, for one thing, especially if you don't speak the native language, um, people can take advantage of tourists. Okay, so like I guess the least bad thing that could happen if you go visit another country is you like waste money on things that people convince you to buy. Okay. So that's like a really minor concern. But like what would be worse is like uh you know your tour guide leads you down a dark alley and you get bugged or something like that. Like I'm also afraid of things like that too. Just don't go to Rio de Janeiro and you'll be safe. All right. Okay, noted. Thank you. Uh, how did How did I send 49? I don't understand how my server received 49 when I didn't send it. Right? Because it's just taking the chat input value. It's like the value of the HTML thing. Chat input is that. I don't know. Okay, classic programming. We're just going to try the same thing again and hope something different happens. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so we go back to our server. We go back to our server. Presumably nothing interesting has happened. Yes. Okay, I'm going to restart my server. Alright. Reconnect with you. And wait for it to say I have one client. Okay. Reconnect with you. We've got 2 clients. Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to try sending that message. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It didn't console.log the payload. And I think that's because I didn't refresh this page. I'm an idiot. Did it do that weird thing again? Yeah, it still thinks the first byte is 49. Okay, let me refresh this. Wait, did I not? Huh? I changed that. I refreshed this. This should... It should be console.logging. Do I need to like do a hard refresh? Is that the magic? Okay, the server was doing something weird. It's not representing the change that I made to the code. That's a problem. Okay, so what we do... This is not the first time that's happened, and it's really bizarre and concerning. I have console.log payload, right? Oh my god. And now OBS is freaking out for no reason. Did I... Oh! What I might have done is I might have opened up the chat client instead of the game client. That could make sense. Okay, that could make sense. Okay. Alright. That would make sense. So now, for real this time, now it logs the payload. Alright, you gotta go. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for wishing me luck. And hope you have a good rest of your day. We did it. We console.logged the payload. So I bet actually that whole confusion was entirely caused by me running the wrong client. That sounds like something I would do. 100% that's what happened. Okay. Good. Very good. Good. That's fine. And now we come over here and we're going to act as the spectator. And we're going to send 2 as the first number this time. And I guess 0 because I want the whole message. I want all the integers. Okay. Cool. Now, I think I'm supposed to get something back, and I don't think I did, so that's maybe slightly concerning. Malformed payload. Huh. Oh, you know what? That's right. That's 100% right. It needs to be 2 and then the client number and then 0. Although I don't know if 0 is the right client number. It probably isn't anymore. Do I get a message back? I do get a message back. Okay. And what do I see? Is this the data that we inputted? I forget what data we inputted. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 8. Yeah. Here's the bug. Okay. We're 26 minutes in, and we have reproduced the bug that I started with. And the bug seems to be that we're sending way too much data. And it's all zeros as well. Like, I think, let's see. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 bytes is reasonable. Okay, but then all the rest of this is, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, so let me think. Message out length. So printf message out length is equal to %uz. No, %zu, because %zu is the formatting thing for size t. It's not d. It's ZU. I learned that once. And so if client data num elements. So I guess another possibility I want to account for is that this value is wrong. Don't forget to put a new line at the end. I should I should replace printf. I should like alias it to a printf that does basically the same thing. It just passes the message along, but it appends a new line to the end of it. That's I swear to God, so many times I forget to put the new line on it, and it's just like useless. Oh, and then we got this message again. Key extraction failed success. I think this is just what happens when like some like internet bot hits my port. I think that's what's happening. But if that is the case, then it should fail more gracefully than, you know, killing the server. That'd be nice. Oh well. Okay. So we refresh you, and we have one client, and we refresh you, and we have a second client. Yes, that's correct. All right, let's start sending some data. And then we're going to do 2 client 0 starting from 0. Okay. Now you're telling me, all right, so all the logic is correct, but somehow this is 24. Somehow it thinks I have 24 elements. That's not what you want. So that's why we're sending 96 bytes. It's because we think we have 24 ints in there somehow. But that's not accurate. How did that happen? Well, we just gotta look at all the possible usages of it. Okay, we initialize it to 0, as we should. And then what do? Then I say some crazy shit. It's modified by x equals 1. Okay, so in this case, I say, how many ints do I have? It's the payload length minus 4, which is correct because we take off the first int because that signifies what kind of client it is. And then I divide it by 4 because the payload length is in bytes. So if I divide it by 4, I should get the number of ints. And it's the payload, not the frame size, but the payload. So like the important part of the data. Okay, and then I proceed to do a for loop over like with number of ints. So it should even like print incorrectly, right? It should be printing incorrectly if num ints was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Client data num elements I plus equal what? Huh? Oh, okay. I just all right. I just wrote nonsensical code. Good job. What? How tired was I when I wrote that? Jesus. Okay. Okay. So now it should work. Now it should actually be correct. Cool. Restart the server. Repeat the test. Boom. And boom. I have to wait a minute because I set my server tick rate to 1 second. Just to torture myself, basically. Awesome. And then, now hopefully, when we come over here, that's what we like to see. We see a sensible message length. The last 4 bytes are filled with actual data. There's 5 ints, which I think is correct. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, that's 5. I can count. Yeah, and the message out length is 20, which is 5 times 4. And this is the header of the frame. Ta-da, man. Ta-da. Oh, and well, actually, I mean, this is kind of an incomplete message because... Wait, no, that's not true. Let's see. Let me just refresh myself on the structure of a WebSocket frame. The fact that there's only 2 bytes of header is impressive, right? That's pretty cool. Okay, so the first byte consists of, is it the final one? These 3 bits, which we don't use for anything ever. And then these 4 bits, opcode 2. Okay, and then here's the payload length. Which should be 20? Is that right? Is that what this is? This is 4 plus 8, 6. Yeah, 4 plus 16 is 20? Yeah, there it is. I love it. And then here's the actual data. Perfect. We have successfully introspected our frame. Oh my god. Alright, we solved that bug. I'm delighted. Next thing we need to solve is the fact that what we get back is binary data, and we're not going to any effort of interpreting it yet. So that's what I should do. Is I should try to interpret it. So we come over here. We come over here. And what do we do? Received, blah. And it's a blob, and I believe there's a way. Huh. Let me think here. Add event listener. Okay, event.data. I don't even know what kind. It's a message event? Okay, yeah, I think I believe that. So let me. I think you can take a blob, and there's a promise you can use to change it to an array buffer. And that's essentially what I want to do, because if it's like an array buffer of int32s, then that's actually what the data is. But if there's a way to go from event directly to array buffer, I would want to use that instead. So message event. JavaScript message event. WebSockets. See, so message event.data is the data sent by the message emitter. There's source. There's ports. I think all I can really get is data. And if I get data, the data sent by the message emitter, this can be any data type. Lol. Lol, it could literally be anything. Good luck. Good luck, programmer. Okay, it goes on. Here, I'll let you read along with me. If the data is sent by a WebSocket connector, the type of this property depends on the type of the WebSocket message and the value of WebSocket binary type. If the message type is text, then this field is a string. If the message type is binary, then the type of this property can be inferred from the binary type of this socket. Array buffer if the binary type is array buffer, blob if binary type is blob. Interesting. And blob, by the way, stands for binary large object. I believe. Well, it doesn't say here, but I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Okay, so did I miss that part of the RFC? I might want to use array buffer rather than blob if I can help it. I know that's kind of like a minor thing, because you can coerce a blob into an array buffer. Where? Data frames. Sending data. Opcode. I think it's opcode that we want. Okay, here we go. Continuation frame, text frame, binary frame, other crap, mask, payload length. If 0 to 125, that is the payload length. If 126, the following 2 bytes are interpreted as the 16-bit unsigned integer that are the payload length. That's interesting. So it would have to be 126 followed by the actual payload length. So I'm probably... My cute little binary sender thing method is going to have to change soon, I think. That's interesting. Multi-byte length quantities are expressed in network byte order. Oh, yikes. That could be a problem. Okay, so I'm doing all I can. I don't actually know how to do yeah, I don't know how to do array buffer. Do I set it? Oh, I set it. Oh, you said it. Cool. Yeah. I think I do this then. Cool. Where's the socket? Here it is. Boom. And then I say data view of event data, right? Yeah. Oh, I have to use new. And this. What is this? So, what? Do I pass it in like here? How did? Okay, I have to go look up the documentation for data view, I guess. The data view provides a low-level interface for reading and writing multiple number types in a binary array buffer without having to care about the platform's endianness. Good. We don't. Some browsers don't have support for 64-bit integers. Yikes. Okay. Multi-byte number formats are represented in memory differently depending on machine architecture. See endianness for an explanation. Data view accessors provide explicit control of how data is accessed regardless of the executing computer's endianness. Yes. Okay. Set int 16. I want to get int 16. New data view buffer dot set int 16. Oh? Tell me. Instance properties. Buffer byte length. Uh-huh. Fixed at construction time. Well, that's cute. You can do that with the view. Get float 32. Get int 32. Reads 4 bytes starting at the specified byte offset of this data view and interprets them as a 32-bit signed integer. Okay, so this would get it one at a time. I assume it's fast. Right? I have to assume it's fast. Why would you put a view on a buffer like that? I don't... Well, like it said, endianness. And what do you use set for? Takes a number and stores it as a 32-bit signed integer in the 4 bytes at the specified byte. Oh, okay. So it's set like you'd think it is. Okay. So get int 32 is what I want to be doing with it. Very good. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't think it would work like that. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do this, but I thought that the recommended way to do it would just be like, hey, convert your array buffer into an array buffer of a particular type, and then you're done. But that's not what you do. So what I would do is then I would say view.get int32 byte offset 0. Little endian. Holy crap. Never touched that. Cool. I probably want to know view dot byte length. Yep, and then I say So this is perfectly reasonable for certain situations, but I kind of don't like this. This doesn't feel quite right. I feel like you would just convert it, like the way that I'd convert this into array would be like, let array equal array, and then I do like array dot push this. That just seems like slow and cumbersome. That doesn't feel quite right. Like that would obviously work, but oh hey Daniel, don't know how long until I have until dinner, but saying hi anyways. Thanks for stopping by. Always happy to see you at my streams. I think okay, this will work, but I just want to I want to Google a little bit more. Definitely want to Google a little bit more. I'm working on the game server right now. Specifically, I am finishing the testing on doing really basic stuff like sending several numbers to the server, and then from the server to the client. But once I get like a list of numbers to send, it shouldn't be that much harder to send other things. Array buffer. Okay, Mr. Array Buffer. Let me look at you for a second. So we get from the server an array buffer. And let's see all the things that you can do with array buffers. I know that you can construct a data view. I don't like it, so let's see if we can do other things with it. Look at this. At species. Dot is view, byte length, constructor detached, max byte length resizable. In this example, we create a 8-byte buffer with a int32 array view referring to the buffer. Oh, that's how you do it. You just do new, and then you pass in the buffer. Okay. So I'm like, hey, let, that's not how you spell let. Let ints equal new int32 array event data. Ta-da! Doesn't event.data have like a... Oh, it's not going to give me any information. Well, I know event data is a freaking... Can I do typecasting in regular JavaScript? I don't think I can. I don't think that's a thing that exists, right? Yeah, no. It thinks it's like JSX or something. Okay. It does not. Yeah, this is not TypeScript. Okay, whatever. So we're just gonna do this instead. Like this is okay, I guess. I don't want to do that though, because I feel like it'd be slow. So we're gonna constant.log ints. That's what we're gonna do. And what happens when I say receive? I could do this. I could do that. Sure. Oh, all right. Okay. Come back over to our server. And we boot up our clients. I have one client. I have two clients. With the first client, I send some data. I received some data. With the second client, I ask to receive the data that the client just sent, which I believe it gave me. And look at that. It even knows how to print it as a string. We love to see it. That's fantastic. Perfect. In theory, I can make another request. I could be like, to client 0, hey, give me, what would it be? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me just the 8. That's not right. Okay, so that's one thing that's slightly wrong. Last index. Last index is... I didn't think last index was 0. I didn't send zeros last... Okay. There's another bug. There's been like 5 bugs in such little code. It's kind of absurd. Okay, last index is equal to int decoded message in 2. Okay, so we're not doing that thing that I thought we might be doing where we're just like getting the same value twice. We're not doing that. That doesn't make any sense. If I repeat that again, let me just do that again. It's 2, 0, what was it? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 0, 4. I sent 204. Do I get back the same thing again? I get back the same thing again. That is very, very bizarre. Huh. We love bugs. So, am I assigning some value to this? No. Wait a second. Decoded message in. Huh? This looks wrong. I don't think I'm indexing this correctly. Decoded message in. Yeah, this is super wrong, right? This is super wrong. Because the index is in bytes, for one thing. Okay. Okay, so this should be 4, and then this should be 8. Because an int is 4 bytes. Are you going to create a master roadmap or only one per feature? I might make a master roadmap. I I have something approximating a master roadmap in well, yeah. What I said is correct. Something approximating a master roadmap. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah, I have a document where I have a number of weeks assigned to a bunch of different things. And it's basically everything connected to making a publishable version of the game. I think I've posted this before. No, not my to-do text files. Um, how many weeks for the error bar center indicator? Oh, that's not even on there. I hate to break it to you. I didn't consider that a something that was preventing shipping, so yikes. Um, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The thing is, what I'm about to say. In general, I'm pretty uncomfortable publishing uh, any kind of roadmap in general. For one kind of fake reason, and then one kind of more realistic reason. Um, the kind of fake reason is I'm worried that if I publish some kind of date, that it's gonna disappoint people if and when I don't meet that date. Um, but that's kind of a fake reason because having a target date is useful and can be motivating. So that kind of cancels out a little bit. And also, I don't really care cuz like so few people will see the roadmap so far. Like this is like the first roadmap I've ever published. I've ever put on social media, right? Like we had roadmaps before in the Discord server, but those sucked for, well, I was gonna say those sucked for a different reason. They were okay. There was nothing really wrong with them. It was just like I decided against that approach to developing things, with where like people would vote on things. I decided that I sort of grew out of that. Okay, so that's the that's the fake reason. The the more actual reason is I don't like, in general, I don't like saying um here's all the exciting things I'm going to do because I feel like I haven't earned it. Does that make sense? It's like it's like a little bit of a self-confidence thing where it's like I don't know if cuz you have to give like a very brief explanation of what the feature is, right? So if I say like I'm gonna what would we call the like I'm calling this a basic multiplayer, which is like intentionally vague, and I think I can do some really cool, like a really cool thing that I'm really excited about, but for some reason I don't want to just like spell it out and be like, "Hey, we're gonna have like a knockout style tournament with like a new tournament starting every day, and it's gonna have like a rotation of songs being featured, and it's gonna be able to handle up to 1,000 simultaneous players. Like, that's the list of features that I legitimately think that I can do, and I'm excited by that. But I don't feel like I've earned that, and also, yeah, I just don't feel like I've earned it. Like, it just I want to actually. It's because I'm doing this stuff for the first time, right? I don't want to. I don't want to exaggerate what I can do. I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that currently. What and certainly like that's what I set out to do when I started working on this. I was way less sure that I could do that. Um, so like so given how unsure I am of even this feature, which I think is completely technically possible, compare that to like the next big feature I want to do, which involves like patterns and difficulty and skill and stuff like that. So you see how fucking vague I'm being. Um, that is like a. It's just I have to research it and figure out what I'm even gonna do. Like I want to do a lot of cool stuff. I don't know if I can actually do it, and I kind of don't want to say what I'm gonna do until I actually do it. There, there's my fucking 10-minute explanation about why I'm so goddamn insecure. uh, are you gonna show the other players play fields or something? I could do that. Um, well, I'm hesitant to do that because that would actually hit the limitation of the browser. You'd get frame rate issues because the browser's graphics API is so crap that if I displayed like 6 playfields, the frame rate would start to tank. And that's just like really embarrassing. If I was using a real graphics API, like even WebGL, then 100% I could go the what is it? The Tetris 99, Tetris 100, whatever. I could try to go that route. Um, and it might work. I don't know if I can display more than a few play fields simultaneously though without hitting performance issues. But even if I could only display a few, maybe it's worth trying to do that. Okay. Knockout would be fun. Yeah, totally, dude. It's basically I want to copy Trackmania if you're familiar with that game. You've never not done a thing though, to be fair. All the features you have streamed working on were released. Is that true? Yeah, I guess that is. Yeah. Calc V3. Yeah, something like Calc V3. Time to switch to hardware acceleration. I know about Trackmania. Yeah, so if you know about Trackmania, then you probably know the YouTuber Wartrool. He's cool. Um, but yeah, so I haven't shipped Noteskin Upload UI yet, but the stuff is there. Yeah, I know, right? The Noteskin upload stuff. Right, yeah, yeah. I was like the Noteskin editor thing. I don't know if the Noteskin editor, the whole idea of that is going to be in the game. Um, because what I came up with actually kind of sucks a little bit, but definitely, I think it's even on my like super limited list of things that I want to do. Being able to customize your note skin, I think, is like really important. Let's see. Did I actually put it on there? Let the user upload their own note skins. Yeah, so that's definitely a high priority for me because I think it's essential, and it's such an easy feature, dude. It's so simple. Like it should be so freaking easy. um, but yeah, so Trackmania. Okay, I don't. Again, I don't like to talk about my ideas about game design too much, okay? Because it's weird. The stuff that I think I'm right about, um, I don't like talking about because I'm like secretive about it. I want to like keep the things that I know I'm right about to myself to some extent. Um, but I view here's the thing: if you're making a rhythm game, just only tell you them. Yeah, exactly. If you're making a rhythm game, you have to deal with the fundamental flaw of rhythm games, which is that um, they're very repetitive. You What you do in a rhythm game is just the same. You're just playing songs. That's There's not even a gameplay loop unless you like add good features that support it, kind of like Eterna. But there wouldn't even be a gameplay loop if it was just like at its most basic form. Okay, like like what's the gameplay loop in Guitar Hero? The only sort of depth or progression that happens in Guitar Hero is because they sort of built this career mode out of it. And so it's like that arbitrarily they took a list of songs. Well, not completely arbitrarily, but they took a list of songs and they divided it into like here's story section 1, here's story section 2, and we're going to intersperse it with some boss battles, and that's a game. And yeah, unlocking songs. Right? Yeah. So the things that are in the category of gameplay loop, I like to think of it as like goal setting. What is the player? How does the game direct the player to decide what they want to do? Like you open up Stepmania or Eterna, and if you don't know anything about it and like its cool goal setting features, you just have a list of like 100 songs, and what are you supposed to do with that? Do you just play all of them? Anyways, if you play rhythm games a lot, you know these issues exist, and there's a variety of solutions to them. I look at Trackmania, and I think Trackmania has similar problems. Because what Trackmania is trying to be is a game where you just drive and you get good at driving. You get good at getting from the start to the finish really quickly. You just do that over and over and over again. And that's the whole game. Now, Trackmania has an advantage that I don't have, which is that they have a whole gosh dang community of people building tracks, and it's like I would argue it's maybe this is like really uninformed because I don't play Trackmania. It seems easier to make a Trackmania track than it does to step a step file. Maybe it's just because step file editors are so bad. And I wouldn't really, I'm not really in a place to judge step file editors because I don't use them. It's not something that I do. But you do have the advantage that you can support charts from every other game. Yes, that's true. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, that's fair. To some extent, support is different from ship the game with them. But I get what you're saying. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, so I look at Trackmania and I'm like, it's kind of solving the same. It's trying to work on the same kind of problems, right? And they, and a huge advantage that Trackmania has, by the way, is that Trackmania is so much more interesting to look at than a rhythm game. Oh my god, it's so much more interesting to look at Trackmania than it is to look at a standard rhythm game. That's something that I literally can't overcome. Um, there will never be a a rhythm game that can look more interesting than Trackmania unless unless it does stupid shit like having characters dance in the background. Exactly. Yes. You you knew what I was gonna say before I said. Yes. You can add a bunch of flashy garbage that goes directly against your mission. Yes, exactly. uh, Let me read over your messages just to make sure I didn't miss them. A lot of rhythm games have song unlocks and tiers. It can be fun, but it's frequently more annoying than fun if there's a song you want to play but can't. Yeah, okay, I have a slightly nuanced opinions on song unlocks. Like 85% they suck and they're exploitative. Like they exist just to like give the player a carrot to keep playing and playing. The frickin' that really popular mobile rhythm game does it, and I hate that aspect of it. And it's totally unnecessary too, because there's like thousands of songs out there, and you're gonna start the player off with like six. Why? In what world? Anyways, but the 15%, the nuanced take is, um, old rhythm games like OG Beatmania, I found out have this feature where like if you do good on a song, you have the chance to like get sent to a secret boss song. While I don't plan to do that personally in my game, I do think that that's cool. I do think that the concept of like a secret boss song is neat. Um, and you can do it in a way that's not exploitive. There's like you could do here's 100 songs. By the way, there's 5 secret boss songs, right? You could do something like that. Just play songs you know the name of as a beginner usually. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And then you venture out and like listen to the preview of some other ones, and if they don't sound like totally cringy, then maybe you play them. It is easier to make a track since you don't have to worry about syncing anything or rhythm. That's what I think. Yeah, I think it is easier. Not 100% sure, but I do suspect that. Depends on who you are. I like watching rhythm gameplay. I never really got into watching people play rhythm games, but that's part of the thing that I want to sort of work on is making rhythm games a little bit more watchable. I have a theory on how I can improve that. Dance Rush Stardom gameplay is fun to watch when the player is good, even for normies. Dance Rush Stardom. Is that is that the game that I'm thinking of? Yes. Yes. No, I totally agree. Uh, Dance Rush Stardom is a very interesting game. Um, I don't know a lot of the mechanics of it, but it's like how to describe it. It's not like a quantized set of tracks. You know, it's like you have this free whole pad that you can sort of dance with, and and okay, so dancing games. Um, have this problem where um, being good at dancing does not translate into being good at the game. And being good at the game doesn't translate into you performing a good dance. Same thing with Beat Saber, although you're not really dancing with Beat Saber. Same thing with like Stepmania and DDR and things like that. You're not really dancing in those games. You can perform I've seen videos of people like they can perform a dance to a low difficulty Dance Dance Revolution song, but that's just like incidental. It's not the point. Um like if you were to perfect a dancing game, then being good at the dancing game should mean that you're performing a good difficult dance. Especially at the higher difficulty levels. That's a that's what we would strive for according to some philosophy. Um, and another game like that was Just Dance, right? Just Dance is another one where it's like I haven't seen a lot of Just Dance. I have a feeling Just Dance it kind of falls into the same issue where you're not actually getting good at dancing by doing it. Like it's certainly probably better than DDR in that aspect, but I don't think it quite gets there. So, anyways, when the first time I saw Dance Rush, that's what I was thinking is like, oh, damn! It looks like these people are actually dancing when they play the game. That looks cool. Now, do I know if I'm watching high level play or not? I don't know. I have no idea. Also, of course, Dance Rush is only about the feet, so like at best you're getting like half. I don't know how to quantify it, but you're getting half of what real dancing is about. I don't know anything about dancing, to be clear. You have to go eat dinner. All right, dude. I'll let you go eat dinner. Thanks for the chat though. This was fun. Dance Rush is pretty cool. Okay, programming. I believe I fixed this bug, right? Okay, so we totally fixed the bug. It's totally going to work first try. Excuse me. I have one client. I have two clients. Client 1 sends the data. Server gets the data. Client 2 requests the data. It should be 0, 0. Yes. Correct. Did we receive the right data? Yes, we did. Okay. Now this time, we do 2, 0, what, 4? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes! We got there. That's what we like to see. Client ID 0, last index 4. Yes, we're reading it correctly now. 2, 0, 3. 2, 0, 2. 2, 0, 1. And then 2, 0, 0. Yes. Absolutely, it is working as it's supposed to. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh, yes. Fantastic. Okay. Now I have to devise the next step because I would consider this step complete. What is the next phase of development? We have, as far as I can tell, you know what I technically haven't tested yet? I can test this. Here's what I would do. Pretend I'm not a spectator anymore. And I'm going to send 9, 10. I'm not a spectator anymore. I'm going to send this. This should put it in a different array, server side. And if I want to access that, I say 2, 1, 0. Which is technically accessing my own data. Yes. Perfect. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I guess the next thing I could do is like I put on my roadmap synchronization. And I know that synchronization is a problem, but I don't know if this is like the most sensible place to test it. Like, yeah, I actually don't really want to work on synchronization currently. I want to. I kind of want to figure out how I'm going to structure the actual data I'm going to send to the server. Yeah, I kind of want to work that out. This is awesome, though. You might not think it's awesome, just sending and receiving ints, but this is the makings of an actual game server. It's totally going to work. Okay. Yeah, let's just do it, right? Let's try to. Well, I'm gonna have to open up that project, but let's see. Yeah. I'm looking at the game project. Oh, I have pending changes? Great. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to call... We're going to say, like, this is a successful test. Of sending the ints back and forth. But now I'm going to have to go look at the game's code and actually deal with the fact that I haven't looked at that code in a long time. Oh, I don't wanna. I don't wanna do it. I didn't even implement realloc. That's probably fine. I have no reason to implement it yet. And I probably should use like a struct or whatever, but no, it's fine. It's fine. We'll get to that when when there's actually a need to do that. Okay. All right. Let's look at the rhythm game. All right. Yeah. Here's all the uncommitted changes. I have so many things open. What was I in the middle of doing? Drawable, updatable, holdable. Oh my god, that's right. Wait, no, I think... Did I implement holds? Did I add holds to the actual engine? I forget if I did. I don't think I... No, wait. No, we've always had holds. Right. Yes, we've always had holds, but they are the release kinds of holds. Yes. Now, let me check my Discord server. Did I... Let me look at the changelog. We fixed the hold connector ages ago. I don't think I put real holds in yet either. So there's like this long list of changes that I made to the contest version of the engine that I didn't actually bring over. It's not that long of a list, but it feels like it. And one of those is I made holds work how I want them to in the contest engine, but not here. This is a disaster. What was I in the... But anyways, even ignoring that, what was I in the middle of doing? There's these listeners. What is this? Drawables, updatables, holdables. Here's drawables. And these are the ones that are optional. And these are updatables. Huh. Okay. Some of them are drawn, and some, not all of them that are drawn are updated. Okay, that's clear, I think. Holdables. hold glow, and hold particles. So what do I do? I believe this is the essence of the change I was in the middle of. Now, what do I do with hold event listeners? How do they work? On track hold. This dot hold listeners I hold track number, current time seconds. Okay, I call dot hold track on it. Uh-huh. And that supposedly works. This dot hold manager dot unhold track. And unholding a track does what? It does that. This dot on track unhold. Okay. So presumably, I told my hold manager to call on track unhold. Correct? I configured it like that. Where is it? Where's hold manager? New hold manager. There we go. Yeah. On track hold. On track unhold. That's clear. That makes sense. Okay. Basically, my goal was just to make this cleaner and more flexible, I think. I think more flexible. Yes. Okay. I need to go to the bathroom. But I will make sense of this, I think, shortly. All right, be right back. Okay. What are you doing still watching this? Don't you know that when I take a break, that means everyone should stop watching? Come on. Okay. Holy crap. Oh, man. I hate this. This is so bad. I mean, this looks like it's basically completely implemented. This change, at least in playing display. There's other things that could need to be restructured like this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, do I have notes? No, not terminal. Notes. Where are we at here? I think I just deleted that. Did I actually do that? I guess I tried it. Draw all track connectors. I think I just totally redid the logic for it. So yeah, of course I would just delete that line. Migrate to Webpack 5 or try ESBuild. Yep, that's right. Don't show a grade when viewing the results screen of an incomplete play. Yeah, that's a weird bug. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is very cool. Oh my god, P5 was huge, dude. Holy crap. P5 was gigantic. Okay, do I have something here that's... Oh, refactor replay display to use drawables and updatables array. Yeah. Okay, supposedly I modified you. What did I do to you exactly? I changed where I'm importing drawable. Okay. Oh, okay, so I just made a separate file for drawable. Where is drawable? Oh. Oh, I moved it to play shared. Okay. I don't know that I agree with that, but I don't have a strong opinion currently, so that's fine. Okay, so I did that for like all those. Is combo, are all these the same change? Let's see, combo text, drawable, arrow bar, hold glow. Oh, well this had a changed thing. Adding public, sure. Deleted that. It's just moving it basically. Live comparison. Yeah. NPS graph. Okay. Playing display. Right, this is the one with all the big changes. Replay display. Did I like do the whole change and just not commit it? No. No, I have to, okay. I need to basically do all the changes there. Oh, hey, welcome back. Okay, so check it out. We're in the rhythm game. And I was in the middle of making changes the last time I was in here. So I considered what I was doing with the game server a success enough that I want to come over to the actual game and like use the game for testing now and like, you know, make it more real than like having a whole separate little toy thing just sending ints back and forth. But before I do that, I have to finish making whichever change I was in the middle of making. And it's a complete disaster. I haven't looked at this code in a long time, it feels like. It's not totally true. Like, I was looking at this code as recently as maybe a few weeks ago, because I had to make a lot of changes to do the contest engine, right? But it just feels like it's been a long time. Okay, and now this doesn't use point2D. It uses bounds. This dot bounds. Okay, and I removed the plus 18 for whatever reason. Cool. And I did the same thing here. So I guess I moved the combo text 18 pixels up. Cool. Awesome. No, wait, I don't think I did. No, it's actually in this exact same position. I just moved the location of the plus 18. Don't worry. Everything's fine. Nothing changed. Do you think multiplayer will be in alpha by October? Why do you ask? I put December on the roadmap. Although I don't really know what you or I would mean by alpha. I don't know what state I expect it to be in by December. Yeah. I don't. Let me think. So here's what I want. I want it to be in a good enough state by December that I can just let it sit there and run. I'm not sure that I will just let it sit there and run because realistically nobody would be there to play it, but I guess, and maybe this isn't really factored into the timeline, but it would be cool to go ahead and spin up like a separate game essentially that I can actually invite more people to, like a separate link on itch.io that is just this multiplayer basically, and that's basically my goal for December, is like have it ready for a semi public test. Naturally, before the semi public test, I would do some more like just you and me testing, I guess, or just me and me testing. Certainly, a lot of that as well. Um, yeah. Does that make sense? Honestly, it's starting to look like it's going to be a lot faster than December so far, but just because I've had more time to work on it than I initially projected. So right now it's August, September, October. Yeah, could probably be done by October. I don't know, or yeah, by October. Yeah, could be maybe. Why do why October? Out of curiosity, just that was a time before December, and that was like an incomplete line that you picked, or is there something specific happening in October? Just guessing that'd be how long it'd take. Yeah, nothing specific. Okay, so we need. Here's what we want. We want drawable, updatable, holdable. As much as I hate the fact that I'm using the browser for all this stuff, put it after comparison replay. I'm really interested in the potential of this game being easy to mod. Cause this like updatable thing, like if in the far future, if I figure out how to do UI better and like arranging, if I make it all modular, it would be so easy to add a new UI element that just gets, you know, all the players' keyboard events and stuff like that. That's one thing you could do. And also, of course, like the visual customization, because like everybody knows JavaScript, right? And if everybody knows JavaScript, then people could mod it really easily. I don't know. I think that that's neat. And if nothing else, it makes it really easy for me to edit it. Not that we're like adding new UI elements currently, but if ever we need to, man, it would be easy. In theory. I don't know what people would be adding. Yeah, I know, right? Because the game's so perfect, it has literally every feature you could ever want. Like the notes can upload. Okay, well, that's different. It's a completely separate part of it. The notes can upload. It should be easy too, though. Okay, we add these calls to this. This doesn't have a live comparison because it's a replay, right? So after error bars, though. After error bars, but before binding key bindings, yeah. Where did I put this? I put this right after it, okay. Now, this isn't quite right. Because this shouldn't be defined, right? How could a replay have a replay has a live comparison? Why would it have a... Is this just like a holdover I put here for no reason? Handle accuracy event. If this live comparison is not equal to undefined, update it. But it's not, it's never not undefined. Look at it. I never assign anything to it. I don't understand. Okay. Like, live comparison is here because, yeah, there's this check for it right here. Because people can pass in a replay. But this is, it's not, why, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove that. That's silly. Yeah, you could use it to compare between replays. Certainly. But that's not a feature that exists presently. Watch everything break. Okay. And then this. Oh, deleting stuff is fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm totally not going to break replays. Okay. Replays do have accuracy text. They do have combo text. They do have hold glow. They do have accuracy flash, accuracy particles, hold particles, and error bar. Right? Replays have error bars, right? Yeah, of course they do. And they have accuracy feedback text, blah, blah, blah. Yes. And there's holds, of course, yes. And now I just got to change that. Okay, so first, drawables. I don't know why I feel the need to overpronounce the W. This dot draw listeners. What do I do with draw listeners? Okay, so right here. Where is this? This is at the end of the draw call. So at the end of, woo boy, yeah, yes. So this is basically what I'm replacing. Is by doing that. But I want to be careful. Okay. Receptor shrink reaction. I think I can just get rid of all these. Hold glow combo text. Yeah, all these are in the drawables now. Yeah. I checked today to confirm that you hadn't implemented the feature idea I thought of. I'm so sorry. What was the feature idea? Because I know you just posted a feature request like an hour ago. Add note hold duration to replays as a toggle. Right, that one? Yeah, that one. With a visual marker and in milliseconds can also be used to approximate polling rate. Yeah, I think that's reasonable if I understand what you're saying. So currently, the hold release in the deep dive will have a line for it, um, but the number next to it is just the milliseconds it's away from the very end, from the tail. And I'm guessing that that's not what you would want, which I don't disagree with really. Like you want a line indicating where you release the hold probably, but um, I'm guessing you would want like how long you held it for. Is that basically? I think that's what you said. Oh, you're saying to see if you were holding a tap note. Oh, huh. That's interesting. That yeah, that should be really easy to do, but currently it's not because of the way I have structured my replays. However, I do plan to change. So this is partially connected to the multiplayer feature. It's not that. For the longest time, actually, I've wanted to. Yeah, there's going to be a refactor. I've wanted to change how replays work to have them be like just the keyboard events, and that's it. Um, because I had this long philosophical discussion with myself where I was like, where I like talk myself into doing it the way that it's currently being done, where it's like, well, the player's keyboard presses are actually like should be abstracted. We should build a layer above that that represents the actual useful information, which is when there's quote unquote events that the game defines. Um, and so the game defines things like a hit or a miss or a hold release. And those are the things that we should be putting into a replay, not just the raw player key events. But I decided that that's dumb. I decided that that's dumb, and and I don't want to do that. So I'm not gonna do that anymore. If you use raw keyboard events, the replays will get screwy with higher notes per second plays. Oh? Eterna has been fighting this problem for its entire existence and never solved it. Can you explain that a little bit more? Because the way that I think of it, I don't think I should have a problem with. I don't think it should be a problem related to higher notes per second plays at all. Like I don't think I would encounter any problems in theory. If the keyboard emulation isn't real time, it will interfere with the scoring. If the keyboard emulation isn't real time. I claim I wouldn't have that problem. I claim that. Okay, so basically what happens is your CPU spikes, and then the bot playing as you fails, but it keeps trying to play the replay. Right. It's like a desync. Or I would call that a desync just because of it reminds me of like a TAS, tool assisted speedruns, when like the inputs desync from the game. That's kind of what you're. That seems similar. It syncs back up, but it can't go back and fix the mess up. I claim that as long as I have timestamps associated with all the keyboard events, basically as long as the browser isn't lying to me. Actually, there's no way the browser could lie to me. Yeah, okay, so check this out. Check this out. This will work perfectly. When the user presses a key on their keyboard, it can't do anything in the game until I get that key event which has a timestamp associated with it. And I use that timestamp to determine what to do in the game. So if I just save that timestamp as a number, it'll be identical in the replay. That's what I claim. You can still have visual bugs. Always assume the browser is lying to you. But because JavaScript is event driven, like there's no additional layers. Like all the input goes through me. There's not any ambiguity. It's always going to have a timestamp associated with it. That timestamp might be crap, okay? But the timestamp being crap will be the same level of crap during live play and in the replay. I hope that's believable. I hope that makes sense. I think I can literally just record timestamps for all the key events, and it'll totally work. Now, one obvious issue with this that's, I think, unique to my game, and totally not the issue you were talking about, is if the player changes the accuracy settings of the game so that what was once a average becomes a miss, that would make it different from the original replay. So does it read the inputs like a tape feed, or does it try to play back the key events like an HID emulator? That's one eye. It reads the inputs like a tape feed. I don't know what an HID emulator is, but it's basically just it loads all the key events into memory. Human interface device, okay. It will load all the key events into memory, and I'm describing to you how the system will work. But it should basically be pretty similar to how the replay works right now. How does the replay work? I have a function called handle accuracy event. I think it basically will just call this function. And this is the same function as in the playing display. And it gives it this, it'll be giving it the same data in both cases. And it'll be executing the same code in both cases. It should be literally identical. So it basically has a separate program that has to play the input exactly on time, or there will be issues. Yeah, like it literally couldn't. It can't not play it accurately. You know, like what could happen? Nah, even if two events happen at the same time. No, the only limitation would be like if there's just literally too many events that the program like crashes. But what's weird in that case is that it would never desync. It would just look weird visually, I think. The notes would like be scrolling too far with the print. I don't know what would happen, but the timestamp comparison would always be the same. You wouldn't like start missing anything. Yeah, it'd be fine. In Eterna's case, okay, you're saying in Eterna's case, it has these problems. Being able to load Osumania replays would be helpful for testing high notes per second edge cases. Notes scroll too far when Clone Hero autoplay breaks down. Yeah, it might be something like that. Loading Osumania replays. I can't even load Osu step files, sadly. Osumania step files. I never got around to figure out how to parse those. I want to though. Shouldn't be that hard, I don't think. Because didn't Osumania come after Stepmania? I trust and hope that later rhythm games are easier to parse than earlier ones. The tool to do it is open source. See, that's I cringe at that a little bit just because there's a possibility that reading somebody else's code is harder than writing it myself, and that maybe that's a testament to like my lack of programming skill. But oh, I don't know. Like I didn't write an SM parser by looking at someone else's code. I just looked at the description of what the contents of the file mean and did the math. I also did it wrong several times. Um, but yeah, I find like just a description of what's in the file and what it means. I think that would be more useful. This is very far in the future, though. We don't really need to solve this problem right now. Handle accuracy event. What am I writing? What am I doing? I'm handling an accuracy event right now. The new and improved way. And miss is a whole separate deal. Accuracy recording. There is no accuracy recording because it's a replay. There we go. So drawables are drawing. Updatables are updating. It's fun though. No, it is. It is. 100%. It's fine. Am I the only one who gets annoyed by the light bulb in VS Code? The light bulb. I know what you're talking about. How do I make it show up? Is it this? Well, now the light bulb isn't going to show up. This guy. Yeah. It's a little bit annoying, especially it depends on where it shows up. I've had it show up in like places that it's like covering stuff that I actually want to do. I think PyCharm has a light bulb too. It always makes it worse. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what this does. Convert parameters to a destructured object. I'm sure this won't totally obliterate my code base. Oh, could not apply. Well, that's probably for the best. Infer function return type. Alright, well that's fair. It's not wrong. I'm not going to keep it, though. Oh my god, that reminds me of... Java has this hilarious... also has the light bulbs. I think I was using NetBeans. Like every editor has it. But Java has this amazing thing where you can rewrite everything in like 5 different ways, and it was so hilarious to just iteratively hit the light bulb and just like turn a simple for loop into this monstrosity that probably didn't work, but it was just hilarious. I don't know that Java has its own IDE. It's just NetBeans is one that I remember using for Java. And it was hilarious. And I think I made a YouTube video on it. I might have. Or maybe it was just like a single image or something like that. It was like the proper way to write a for loop or something like that. Do I have a YouTube... Hold on. Do I have that YouTube video? Trumpet 63. Proper for loop. Well, that's not... Okay, maybe I should actually search on YouTube. Trumpet 63. Yeah, how to write... Here it is. I found it. There you go, friend. Also, are you Trumpet 62 because there were 62 other trumpets? No, actually. I picked 63 because I like the number 63. That's... It's 9 times 7. You're not wrong. Yeah. On track, hold, on track, unhold. Okay, yeah, this is the last thing that I need to change, I believe. Yes. It's also 7 times 9 and 3 times 21. Yes. 100% those are all true statements. It's also 3 times 3 times 7. 2 times 31.5. Yeah. Oh, vaguely related topic. Do you know what my favorite fraction is? Or my favorite rational number? Actually, that's a very self-centered way to phrase the question. Daniel, do you have a favorite rational number? There we go. That's how to be a streamer and like encourage conversation. What's your favorite rational number? It's not 22/7, but you're on the right track. I don't think this needs to change. I think this can just stay the same. Huh. Okay, that is a rational number. I guess I was expecting a fraction, but duo quinquagantillion. Yeah, that's it's 99 with 120 zeros. Interesting. That Quagantillion sounds like that Star Wars character. But anyways, my favorite rational number is 355 over 113. Yes, Qui-Gon Jinn. Yeah, that one. So this is all good. I think the oh, I was looking at the plane display. I think the replay display is also all up to date. What about, I guess, the sync game display and the training display? Both of these need to be updated. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that as well. Okay. You should add Jar Jar Binks as an Easter egg. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Nope. 0.01% chance of repeat. Yeah, just. I've thought. What's funny is I have thought about weird ideas like that where it's like, what if there's a 1 in a million chance that the game just does something wacky? What if I just throw that in there for the fun of it? Does this inherit? No, this one doesn't inherit, so I can actually edit this one. Okay, training display does not have a comparison replay. Does it have an error bar? Yes, so I think I put it there. Maybe it's just a Jar Jar Binks thing that I'm hesitant on, considering it is like a copywritten character, you know? but that's the thing. How would anyone know that it existed, right? I just the game's out there for years but then until someone randomly finds it. You just have it be fan art. Oh yeah. That might work too. If you have a game like that just like does things randomly, how do you even review it? How do you even give it a rating? You know, how can you say anything definitive about such a game? If it just randomly does totally game-changing things. You know? What if I build like a whole separate game and you can't access it unless you beat the hardest song on the hardest difficulty or something like that? You have to go do a thing. Back later, hopefully. All right, see ya. Note generator update. Populate updatables. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost. Here it is. Okay. Should I not put note generator in the updatables? I think I should. Ah, but these are like, they're like conditional, right? If it's always going to be there, then in theory, there's no point in putting it into an array. That's going to be my rule. Yeah, for now. Okay, updatables are in the updatables. The drawables. I forget where the drawables go. Well, they go at the end of the draw loop, silly. Well, where's the draw loop? I don't know. Where is the draw function? There it is. Right. Okay. Handle accuracy event draw, and then the hold stuff, right? Yeah. Did I, like, forget to comment that out? It's very strange. Wait a second. We're commenting it out. We're not deleting it for some unknown reason. I don't know why exactly. But that's what I did. That's what I did with the playing display, so I'm just gonna do the same thing over here. Okay. Ooh, I bet there's a drawable or updatable that is not necessary. Actually, no, I think actually, oh, I copied from replay display and I forgot that it's like slightly different. It's slightly different. Updatables, drawables, holdables. Yeah. Is it the... It's the live comparison, right. Okay, never mind. That was the right thing to do, actually. All along. Who knew? because yeah, certainly in training you're not going to have like a comparison to compare against. Or at least not the way that I have designed the live comparison to work. Okay. I think that should be good. Now, how about this guy? Now, this guy is doing the mortal sin of extending an abstract class. And I don't know why I haven't gotten rid of this guy yet. This abstract playing display. Who besides Sync Game Display? He's the only one. Oh my goodness, he's the only one. Look at this. Look at this complete disaster. Oh, I hate everything about it. How hard would it be to copy this over and make it not abstract right now? How hard would that do? How hard would it be to do that? Probably not that hard, right? Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're doing it. I've decided we're going for it. It's not going to be that hard to do, right? It's just make all of this public, right? Or make it all private? I don't know. What did I do here? Private? Okay, sure. Whatever you say. All right. Next. Can I... There we go. Okay. Constructor. So... I take this and I put it here. I think that's equivalent. That was missing a semicolon. Yeah. Why is this mad? This is angry. This is so mad. Why is it mad? Oh, it must contain a supercall? Not anymore. You're no longer extending. You have no parents now. I killed your parents. That's what just happened. You monster. How could you kill Sync Game Display's parent? They only had one left. Okay. Huh. Do I? This is unique to this, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have a replay function in playing display. Go figure. Freaking sync game display has more features than playing display? That's impossible. That's crazy. Okay. I want to make sure that the order of functions is about the same. So we've got the big ol' initialization function constructor. But why? Why is there so little here? Oh, because there's the initialize function. Silly me. Silly me. Maybe not that silly though. Okay, hold on. Okay, you put it in an initialize function specifically so that you can do replay. Okay, yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Initialize doesn't use current time millis. Why is that? That seems strange, but whatever. I think this can be private pretty safely. Okay. Calculate game end and end song. Okay. Yep. Okay, as I thought, so we can just forget about those. Bind key bindings to actions. Oof. Where does that go relative to the other functions? This goes after handle accuracy event. Okay, sure, I can do that. What? Handle accuracy event is after draw here? What? That's weird. Because it's not like that in replay display. Alright, whatever. There are no rules. You can do whatever you want. There's no... This is lawlessness. And just going to stick those somewhere. Stick them right here. Alright. And now we just add all the missing imports. Which I'm sure just added like 100 lines. Look at it. Look at it. On the bright side, I might actually get to just literally delete abstract playing display. My god, it's probably been around for years. What a mistake that was. If only I knew. If only I knew. I mean, it's actually not that big of a deal because I mostly didn't delete it just out of laziness, really. It wasn't harming anything. And I until now I had no changes to make to the things that were inheriting it. So it's really totally fine. It's especially totally fine because I don't work with anyone else on this project, so they couldn't possibly get mad at me for letting my code be all stinky. Because there's no one for me to harm by doing that. However, that is not the case when you're working for a company. Because if you're working for a company, if they let their code get stinky, then their code being stinky directly affects you if you have to go work for them. Am I speaking from experience? Yes. Yes, literally every company I've ever worked for. Well, I think AWS, that experience was a little bit different. I don't remember it well enough to be able to say whether the code was stinky or not, honestly. Yeah, hard to say. I mean, I imagine probably it could have been, right? They're a giant freaking company. How could their code not be stinky? Okay, I put it here. And does a sync game display. Well, that certainly doesn't have live comparison, right? So I can copy from replay display. Where here. Okay, protected becomes private. Anything else that's protected? You. 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 Okay. Okay, and then the next thing I need to do is put the call to do the for loop thing in the place where it needs to go. All the places that it needs to go. Like here, yes. That's for sure. Also here. I think, right? Huh? Here's this again. This confusing phenomenon. I'd never define live comparison. I mean, it's clearly just copy and pasted code, but... Oh no. Come back. I need you. Okay. I think that's right. And what was the last one? The holds. The holds. This one. Oh, testing this is going to be a nightmare. Ta-da! I kind of want to put you up a bit more, because for some reason I think handle miss is like the last thing, for whatever reason. I mean, it just tends to be the last thing. There's not a lot of rhyme or reason to the ordering of my functions. There could be, but there's not. Okay, Well, this is a great victory. Song title doesn't exist. What? What's this then? Did I not copy and paste you there? I don't understand. What the heck? I copied and pasted this, did I not? Did I copy and paste something else? Mistakenly? Like, what did I do? What? Oh, I bet I deleted it erroneously. That's probably what happened. Oh, that's why. Okay. Well, for sure I delete you. That's an easy call. I guess this is a less easy call. Because it's like... Well, no. I should just not pass in the song title. Why would I... Why do I need to pass in the song title? I don't currently do anything with it. Why would I? Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't do anything with it. There was never anything that I did with it. I don't understand why I put it there. Oh, I know why I put it there. I put it there because of abstract playing display. Yes, of course. Yes. Having parents will make you do silly things. Yes, it will. It's a good thing I put a stop to that. I think there's at least one more usage of this. There we go. Okay. Well, great. Well, good. I will remember to delete abstract playing display later. I'm gonna keep it around just a little bit longer until I finish testing at least. Well, now what? Well, now you're supposed to be doing testing. Yes, I know. But I don't want to. I'm kind of tired and I want to stop streaming. Yes, but surely just playing a single game would not be too much to ask. What is the purpose of this? Why is this here? What was I supposed to do with this? Wait, I know what I'm supposed to do with that, I think. Yeah, I don't like calling performance.now. I think. Yeah, because I found out once or twice in testing that, like, that performance.now is, like, different from the time that you get when you, like, during the frame thing. The time you get from request animation frame. But at the same time, all the initialization stuff that I'm doing could take a non-trivial amount of time, meaning that I kind of have to do performance.now anyways, sadly. And that just sucks. Unless... Well, how would I do it? Unless I set up the game to do all this initialization and then, like... on the next draw frame, it actually starts, right? I could do it like that. Yeah. I'll make a note. Oh my god. So many to-dos. Yeah. That. Yeah, that. What I just wrote. Read it. What, you want me to talk during a stream? Oh my goodness. Alright, let me run this. Oh, I need the Webpack. There we go. We typed it. Oh, it's so slow. Why is it so slow? Oh my god, NPM needs to be updated. That didn't feel like 5 seconds. That felt like a lot longer than 5 seconds. Oh my god, NPM needs to be updated. It's so angry. Alright. Let's see what I can do here. We close all these browser tabs. Alright. Inspect. Gotta have the console open. Alright. Here it is. We're gonna play the game for like 2 minutes. Does the desktop audio work? Is it on? It is on. Okay. Okay, 10% volume. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Okay. Let's play the game the song that we always play. Probably do audio sync first. Oh, it's so loud. Well, I don't know what it's gonna do with that. Oh no. What did I just do? What did I just do? Okay, it didn't actually change it. That's good. Seems pretty synced. Average nan-milliseconds. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. I might have broke my audio thing. Did I unbreak it? This is really concerning. Huh. Is that, if I refresh, is it going to keep doing that? Is that like an actual bug? That's an actual bug. What the heck? Was it doing that before? Before I did the thing where I applied broken changes? What? Okay, that's concerning. How long has that been the case? Did that break just now, I wonder? Well, so it's not this actually, probably. It's sync results display. Yeah, it's sync results display. Did I... Does this not... Is it not saving the results properly? Which would have been affected by my change? Updatable. Accuracy... Ooh. Oh. Come here. Come here. Updatable. Where's the replay? Yeah, where's the accuracy recording? Oh dear. Oh dear, I did it twice. I also need that there. I think that's actually the only place I need it. That I have potentially removed. Yeah. Okay. Not that big of a deal, but it's, it was totally broken. But I totally understand why. Very good. Okay. Now this should work. Yes, now it works. Very, very good. Okay, replays. View. Why did I save these? Huh. Replays seem to be replaying. And if I hit escape? Yes. good. All these things are working roughly as I want them to be. Sure, you can deep dive that. Oh, that's very pretty looking. It looks so nice at 144 FPS. Holy crap. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I guess the other thing I want to test is if you can save a replay. Yeah. There's so many options down here. There's too many. Actually, check this out. We're gonna do super duper speed mode. Frick. Save the replay. Save the replay. Save the replay. Okay. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, the offset is totally wrong. Offset is totally wrong. Deep dive works. Deep dive works. Let's go ahead and do a +13 maneuver here. Putting it exactly back where it was before. God, I love it. Replays. Huh? What? Why is that the only replay there? Oh my god, I know why. Actually. It's because we have rate 1.1. Oh my god. I don't 100% know about that being desirable. Like, I know why that's happening. I did it deliberately at one time. Now I'm kind of rethinking that. Gosh, look at how good I am at this game. Yeah, so let's see. Playing display works. Replay display works. Sync game display works. I put works probably in quotes because I haven't. It's not the most thorough test. But I can at least test training and then probably call it a night because I'm tired. I'm tired and I don't want to work on my game right now. I want to do unproductive things. Oh, that's hard. Yep. Ooh, that's actually pretty fun. Difficulty estimate 55. You'll love to see it. Cool. Oh my god, I gotta ask Daniel to do training mode. I'm sure he's done it before, but I just wanna I just wanna see. He's ridiculously good at this game and others. Cool. Well, I believe that proves that training display basically works. So yeah, I would like to be done now. I would like to be done with the stream for tonight. I will continue doing stuff in the actual game engine soon. Yeah, hopefully I can like add like a new page and stuff, right? I'm pretty confident that the change that I did here tonight is didn't actually break anything, and I can push it. Pretty sure I can just go ahead and push it. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you next time. Until then, as always, farewell.